Hello and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago, guys. As we continue our conversations here in studio, we have Mr. Trevor James, who is Assemblyman Trevor James and the Secretary for Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development. We've been talking about a number of projects that are happening in his division and what we can expect coming out from road infrastructures and other developments that concern urban development. Now, you were known or branded as the man with the plan, especially in regards to your plan for Scarborough. Give us an update on where that is. After this first term in office, what do you think the status of Scarborough would be? Would it still be looking like what we see now? What are some of the first phases of the project that we can see manifesting within this first term?
Well, as you know, Shenell, and as you know, Tobago, we've run a campaign on the redevelopment of Scarborough, development of the port as one of the main drivers for economic development in Tobago. We got the approval of the Executive Council to adopt the Scarborough development as policy in Tobago. We went out from the division locally and internationally for persons who were interested in partnering with us to develop not only Scarborough but projects around the island. We were fortunate enough to get 2 respondents who were serious, who came to the table to help us develop Scarborough, and we began negotiating with both of them, one after the next. We were stuck in the negotiation, however, because both parties want a sovereign guarantee in order to secure the financing for Scarborough. We are now going to write to the government to enlist their support in the issuance of a sovereign guarantee, and we will see how that will go. We hope that the government will assist us. On land, as people don't remember, but before we came into office, the IADB had approved a loan for the government of Trinidad and Tobago with a Tobago component for $41 million. That was agreed on between the government of the day then, before the election, and the government in Tobago then. We have been trying our best to negotiate with the government in Trinidad how we can access this $41 million. We identified, projects were identified before us, we negotiated to have some of them changed. We thought that we had settled on some road infrastructure issues in Scarborough, including the underground utility corridor, a matrix of roundabouts at Comforting. Under settlements, there was the housing project at Riceland. That was also pre-approved before we came into office. And two and a half years on, the government has refused to give us those monies. The government has refused to go forward with projects that we have identified and agreed on. And so again, we have this issue where, because there's a regime change in Tobago, the government continues to withhold funds from us, to the chagrin of the people of Tobago. If you drive by Grange Bay now, and you get there's a little beach after Grange, just below where Mount Irvin entrance is, a little beach there. That erosion there has almost reached the main road. We have sat with the Ministry of Finance in meetings spanning 6 to 8 months, trying to get them to approve again for a loan that was approved before we came to office with the CAF, Central American Development Bank, approved before us, and 2.5 years in, they're still unwilling to give us the $15 million to effect coastal protection works on projects in areas that were identified before us. Grange, Back Bay in Plymouth, where that entire road has broken away, till the houses on the eastern side of the road now are maybe falling, and Pigeon Point. And again, the central government, because the people of Tobago voted against them, continue to withhold these funds to the detriment of the people in Tobago. And I don't think Tobagonians understand how important it is for us as a group to stand up to this kind of behavior from Tobagonians who are in Trinidad.
Right, and then you have the finance minister who made a comment recently while in Tobago, emphasizing the fact that this administration has gotten more money than any previous administration, and I guess in bigger trenches. How do you respond to that? And how do you plan to supplement the lack of finances from the central government in order to get these projects done?
Well, I think the Chief Secretary responded to the Minister of Finance. We continue to use whatever procurement modalities that we can in order to bring foreign non-THA monies into the space, private sector funds into the public. And we will continue to do that. We will continue to try to have design-build finance projects and to stagger the payments over a period of time. That to me is the only project strategy that we could use. We will continue to ask the people of Tobago to demand more of the central government. The current law says that Tobago can be afforded up to 6.9%. And this idea that somehow we must only receive 4.03 is not based in fact. It's not based in law. Nowhere in the law does it say that we must only get 4.03. Take the supplemental budget now. That is the $50 million is not even 4.03%. And it's being given when Trinidad is requesting $2 billion. They are specifying monies to us for oil spill not caused by us. That's nowhere on the budget before us. And so there are emergency funds in Trinidad that could have taken care of the oil spill. They have gone internationally to secure payment for the oil spill. And still will not remit the money to the THA. Even when we submit documentation to justify our request. That is not a government that is working for the people of Tobago. And Tobagonians have to come to terms with that fact that we need a government in Trinidad that is working for Tobago. We need a government in Trinidad that is working for Tobago, because this current government certainly is not. Whether we have Tobagonians, we have 2 representatives in Parliament. You don't hear a squeak from them that for Tobago budget issues. No support whatsoever. They're not working for us, they're working for themselves in order to see what they can do to get back into office in the Parliament using the Tobago vote.
Right. And a substantial amount of resources came out from the Division of Infrastructure regarding the oil spill cleanup. Can you explain to the public how does this 50 million given by the central government supplemental fund, how exactly would it be distributed how would it be distributed? And would this directly impact business owners and fishermen who were affected by the oil spill, or is that from a separate central government fund?
Well, I don't know. The distribution of all revenue in Tobago is the responsibility of the Secretary of Finance. From our division, we were tasked with providing a series of equipment and resources and so on to assist in the cleanup process. At our last check, the bill for that from us was close to $15 million for rent and lease equipment. And we would hope that the Division of Finance will remit that to us by some magic, or by probably $50 million, so that we could pay those vendors. But the bigger issue is Tobagonians not allowing ministers of finance and prime ministers and so on to get away with this kind of thing. You can't approve budget, you can't approve funds for us for the people of Tobago. It's not for the TPP government, for the people of Tobago. 41 million TT dollars for urban development, $15 million US for coastal protection, pre-approved before we came into office, and then decide, hey, you see them fellas in Tobago, we ain't giving them that. Nobody should be allowed to do that and get away with it. And so I want to impress, maybe I'll do another live specifically on these issues. And as I say live, Shenell, I want to say that, and let me say this carefully, media houses in Tobago have taken fake news from fake profiles brought to the public concerning my name, brought to the public by Ansel Dennis, and reported it. Fake news, and everybody in Tobago knows fake news. And media houses in Tobago, I don't know if it's a fear of the PNM, broadcast these things. And we are out there presenting facts with documentary evidence, and not one of the lives that we have done from the division has made it to mainstream media. It's something that media houses in Tobago have to look at, because I believe one of the responsibilities of the media is to ensure that they bring in facts to the public. And if you can allow PNM people to bring fake things, proven, the Integrity Commission proven to be fake, and no media houses apologized for broadcasting what is proven to be fake, and at the same time refusing to highlight the projects that we have highlighted with facts to the people of Tobago. We have to, media houses in Tobago, I'm asking to consider that the prosecution of our autonomy is one of the responsibilities of the media. And in every jurisdiction that you look at the US, the media houses protect the integrity of the United States of America and the laws of the United States of America. That is what the media does. One of the responsibilities. I want to ask that the media take a look at that.
All right. And recently we saw that there was a bit of a backlog at the quarry. Can you tell us what are the updates on that, and the machinery that was, or the part that was purchased?
No, well, I think sometimes we mistake order for confusion. I'm no Director Jack dealt with some of that, and I don't want to belabor the point, but spell continues to be a challenge. We are doing our best to get it right. The reorganization of how you come to spell to receive material is not a new thing. The management there is doing what it can to ensure there is order, and to ensure that the use of the way bridge is organized and so on. So there will be some wait, and that's normal. In the public, we go to licensing and we wait. We go to Inland Revenue and we wait. So it's confusing order with chaos, and I think hopefully we'll get spell right. There continues to be challenges, of course. We have equipment challenges, severe equipment challenges that require some massive investment, and hopefully we'll find a way, if not this fiscal, certainly by next fiscal, to begin the process of acquiring some new equipment for spell, and hopefully that will improve our production, improve our capacity there, and improve our service to the people of Tobago.
So when do you project that spell would be back up to its full capacity?
Well, bringing spell to full capacity means that we have two crushing plants at spell that are above 20 years old, and so maintenance of these plants are a challenge. Spell has procurement challenges where vendors are owed some of them significant sums over time, which we are trying to bring down. Vendors are now sort of delaying the supply of other critical parts because of money is owed to them and so on. So it's an all the all inclusive process of trying to move the thing forward properly. But we've inherited aging machinery, both mobile and fixed machinery at Spell, and we have to find a way to acquire some new equipment at Spell, and this is the only way really that we can move Spell forward. The last time I checked, the operating costs at Spell per month was more than $600,000. You know, so and that is a consequence of the maintenance that is required. You know, so it's a process, and my hope is that maybe before calendar 2024, we would get this right.
Excellent. And one of the questions that continue to come to the fore is, outside of Mr. Ashwood Jack, who are the other members of the Spell board, and why isn't this information public?
Oh no, the Spell board has been made public more than a year ago. We've renewed the board, and that's the same members. That's again mischief being put in the space by PNM people. The Spell board is well known, and I'm sure the board members might be on the Spell website, as a matter of fact. So that's no secret, and there's no secret that we are trying to hide by board members. It is a right of the government and the THA to appoint board members. There's no secret to that. When board members are appointed, the public will be aware, and nobody can change a board member who is not a member of the public, who is not a member of the government. The government right is to select board members. That is just small talk and mischief.
Okay, and we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back with lots more right after this. See you guys very, very soon.